Hey guys, are you looking to make money on sports cards? I just want to give a little feedback and my experiences because I've now been doing this for about 10 years and just maybe give a little insight on what people don't see that don't do this every day. Maybe you're looking to do it full time, maybe you're looking to hop in as a hobby and just make some extra money on the side. A lot of people ask me, like, especially my family who don't completely understand cards, like, hey, how do you make money doing this? The first thing I would say is, one thing that helped me a lot in my career and my job is the connections I've built. I would say the more friends, the more, I mean, a lot of these people more than friends are like family to me. More people that you have in the hobby and the community is definitely better for your future and building connections, building friendships, building relationships to, hey, you have this, I want this, hey, okay, I have this. It's easier to work with people that you know versus people that you don't know. How I started was my dad and I started opening boxes at card shops when I was younger, and then when I got older, I realized I could sell the cards, not to always make money, but sometimes just to get more cash, and then flip that into other cards. Like right now, at this current time, with football over and not for, we're in March, like 5 months until OTAs and training camps. You can pretty much buy most quarterbacks right now, and at National in 3 months, they'll probably be worth more. That would probably be my best advice, is to learn the trends. It's very tough when someone like in spring training has 3 home runs in 2 games. It's like, oh my God, they're gonna blow up, I wanna buy them. But that's what everyone's doing, and it kind of like pushes that market so high up that you might end up being the one that gets caught holding the card when it drops, because if he has a bad 2 or 3 game stretch. At shows, making money, I've said this before in the past, I would recommend always bringing cash with you, because cash is king. People give you better deals. Most people, I mean, I would say almost everybody would give you a better deal for paying with cash. Some stuff I would try and avoid is, don't take shortcuts, don't try and cheat anyone, don't try and do anything shady. If you have a card you buy raw and it's damaged or something, obviously it's maybe not worth as much as you paid, or it's worth less, or whatever the case may be. I would never not disclose that information. Maybe get it slabbed authentic and just tell people, hey, this is why I did this, or any types of different reasons. I would just always doing everything on the up and up in the right way is the best case scenario and will always lead you to a better place. Buying with trends and buying off season, when I say that, I mean like, it's pretty easy with football. You can pretty much buy any quarterback around this, like from March to June, and then in July it's worth more. In the off season of basketball, buying the young guys that will have hype going into the next season is how you make money. Basketball's a little tougher because there's so many games. Obviously baseball has a million games. Baseball, the way to do it is find a prospect that you like, in my opinion, and buy their Bowman Chrome Autos, first Chrome Autos, and if you hit on them, I mean, you can make ridiculous money. Obviously, everyone's not going to hit. There's going to be people that miss. But there is definitely ways to make money. I would say buying raw cards to grade is probably the biggest margin in the entire industry. So you buy a Jordan Love Select Auto, numbered to 100 or something. It's like a $300 card raw. You grade it, it gets a PSA 10 or BGS 9.5, and now you've like doubled or tripled your money. So I would say when you're in person doing that, just trying to make a little money, look at cards and see if you can tell the condition. Look at the corners, look at the edges. If the person's cool with it, take it out, look at the surface, see if there's any issues. Obviously, there could be something that person missed, there could be something you missed, and you don't want to end up with like a BGS 7 because you missed something on the surface. If you're strictly doing it to make money, in my opinion, I would not recommend buying cards that you like, because it makes it tougher to sell. If you have cards in your collection that you're like, man, I really like this, I love this one, I don't ever want to get rid of it, then it's harder to make money. If you're buying it just because you want it and you're not trying to make money, more power to you. I do that. A bunch of people, I know, like pretty much everybody buys stuff that they like. Getting into the hobby, I know, is kind of tough, and it's like pretty much a lot of people already have like their crews, their circle, whatever you want that they hang around with. Don't be afraid to approach people. Don't be afraid to try and get into people's circles. I'm not saying like you see people in a circle, jump in the middle and be like, hey, I want to be your friend. But like message on Instagram, message on whatnot, talk to people, build relationships, and eventually you'll be in the circle or a circle with somebody. State your intentions when you're trying to do a deal with someone. Don't tell them, hey, I'm going to pay you 95%, and then after you got to do all the work, you offer them 70%, because that's just wasting both people's time. Because obviously, if they wanted 95 and you're at 70, you guys are going to be way off, way different, and it's probably not going to work out. The best advice I can really give is just build relationships. Don't go in anything in a shady manner. and just grind. Find cards, grade them, flip them, buy lots of graded already, flip those. I mean, there's lots of avenues to make money right now, lots of avenues to sell sports cards, whether it's Whatnot, eBay, Alt, PWCC, Golden. I mean, all types of avenues. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, everything. People sell them everywhere. There's lots of information out there. If anyone has questions, feel free to message us on Sappy Sports Cards, Instagram, and anytime we can help anybody, we're more than welcome, more than happy to. One guy I'd probably be careful buying right now is, or I guess in general, not just one guy, but make sure when you're buying quarterbacks for July that it makes sense that they still have room to grow, because there are certain quarterbacks. I'm not going to say exactly who, because I think there's pretty much only one guy right now that I don't think has room to grow. But most quarterbacks have room to grow between April and June or July. When I was like 2012, I was 15. That's when I first bought my first box of cards. My dad bought it for me, my first box of cards. And we both just fell in love with it because we both like sports and cards. So it's awesome when I see dad and sons come into the shops, because it just reminds me so much of where I came from. And between that pretty much got me into it. And then I started doing YouTube and like finding other people and building the relationships. That's how I met Sappy. And that's how I got into it. And then I just kind of was like the first person he hired, and then we just grew this, and then now we're growing even more. Now we have more employees. Yeah, I think that was just like doing everything. I'm not saying we were perfect, and we've tried to move forward from everything that we've done and continue to build on everything that we've grown so far, and I think we're doing pretty well, and I think anyone out there can do it also. It just takes hard work and dedication. I just want to say thank you everybody for watching. Good luck on your particular sports card journey. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. If you're new here, drop a sub. Follow us on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Whatnot, everything. We're on every social media. If you ever have any questions, please hit us up, and we will see you in the next video.